What's up, YouTube? Sean Dalton here with a daily recap video. I was doing these a few months back, and then life kind of got in the way, got busy with a few things. But I'm back at it with another daily recap, as you can see from the title of the video. Small green day, made a little over 500 bucks. I think 500 bucks and 21 cents. So nothing too crazy. I'm just going to go over a couple tickers, XERS and SMHI. Could have made a lot more money today if I traded bigger size, but I've been trading smaller size recently, past few months, just because life's stressful enough as is. So I don't need to buy 4 or 5 thousand shares to, add that much more stress to my life. But definitely could have made a lot more money today had I taken larger share sizes. But hey, I'll be happy. 500 bucks is 500 bucks. Like I said, this is a side gig for me. So my side gig has made me $82,000 halfway through the year, as you can see on my P&L year to date. So that's a pretty good side gig, guys. Definitely aiming for 200K this year. And given the fact that I didn't even trade for the past 2 months, I haven't traded actually since like the first or second week of April, and my P&L for the year is still $82,000. So I've traded like 2 or 3 months out of 2020 and made that much money, and I'm committed to trading for the remainder of the year. So I don't think there's any reason I can't hit 200K. As I said before, though, the most recent break was just due to some things in my personal life. Bought a house, have a new office to trade in, which is awesome. Hardwired into the internet, so no more internet issues, as I've said in the past. Also bought a new car. I'm going to show that to you guys right now. Yeah, so as you guys just saw there, that is my new 2020 Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG. I got that as a little present to myself for having a really good few months back there in March and April in trading. I actually traded in my Corvette. I had a Z51, a 2016 Z51, so I traded that in. Got the 2020 Benz. I also have a 2019 Camry that I daily drive. So really happy with the Benz. I love it, man. Interior is just a huge step up, and that's totally attributable to trading, guys. Just having that side gig, having all that extra side money coming in, that has afforded me, that car. And the next step up, guys, is the Lambo. So you guys know how that goes. Got to get the Huracan. So that's the car. Like I said, I also bought a house. Here's a quick clip of my new office. So yeah, that's my office, guys. Like a lot of you, I'm working from home right now. Probably will be for at least the next month. So working full time from that office. Um, yeah. So I know you guys saw my Xbox. I do get on Warzone. Anybody ever wants to play, shoot me your gamer tag. We can play some Warzone. And you do not need 6 monitors to trade. That's bullshit. I see people doing that all the time on YouTube. 6, 7, 8 monitors. Monitors coming out their ass. You don't need that. I trade on one monitor, guys. Trade on one. I'm minimizing it constantly, working at the same time. So, you don't need that. 1, 2, maybe 3 monitors. I actually have three. I have a laptop too, but I normally keep it closed, or I just have my email on it. So, yeah, that's the office, guys. I've noticed I'm a lot more in tune with what I'm doing now that I have my own space to work in. But enough of that. Let's get into today. Like I said, 500 bucks. Two biggest tickers, XERS and SMHI. I'm not going to show FPRX because that was a really low float. It had a spread for most of the day. Probably wouldn't be a good ticker for most people to trade. So I'm going to stay away from that one. I'll show you XCRS and SMHI. Like I said, XCRS, I could have made a ton of money off this today, but I was trading smaller share size because you guys have to keep in mind I'm multitasking throughout the day. So it's hard for me to, short 4, 5, 6, 7,000 shares while I'm working and actually get work done, So, I have to kind of, it's a give and take. So I was shorting 5, 750 or 1,000 share sizes. Just because if I do lose that, it's not a lot of money, guys. I don't really care. Like I said, I set tight stops, so I set stops right behind my entry. So, I mean, if I do get stopped out, it's like 5, 10, maybe 20 or $30 if there's some leakage. So nothing crazy. But XCRS was a beautiful ticker. So bad news, they were doing a stock offering. So basically just middle finger to all their shareholders today. So that happened, and the stock just completely plummeted, dropped all day. I missed that first move, that first 5-minute move. That's so hard to capture, guys, because you don't know if it's. I mean, you don't know if the gap's going to get filled. I mean, on this scenario, it doesn't look like the gap's going to get filled. You'd probably be safe shorting this one right off the get go. But again, using TD Ameritrade, I always have filling issues in the first 5 minutes, even though I'm hardwired in. Normally, I can't get filled, so I stay away from that. But you're going to see a couple good places you could have shorted this. I'm not going to show my trades on it, but I think it's pretty obvious, where you can short. So right around 10:35 a.m. Yeah, right there. So you're going to see a nice little consolidation, followed by 10, 15 cent drop, right? And then you're going to see consolidation from like 11 to like 1-ish, and then you're going to see it drop again. So that's really all there was for that ticker. Next one, SMHI. This one I'm going to highlight the big play here. This one's easy to capture, guys. So you got this little, this one is kind of flaky. It's a little jumpy, but so you got this consolidation from 1030 to 1050. Look at that. Lower highs equal lows, right? So we have a descending triangle forming here. And then look at that move, guys. 246, immediately down to like 233, right? 233 consolidates again. This time we have an ascending triangle, but you should know, based off an ascending triangle, you're going to have a big move after that triangle forms in general. Not all the time, but in general. Could be up or down. In this scenario, it's obviously going to be down. Could it be up? Yeah, sure. But given past price action for the day, it's going to go down. And it did go down, 235 down to 225. So not a huge move, just a 10-cent move. And like I said, I traded a pretty small share size, so that's why I only made $83 on this. But nonetheless, I mean, it's $83 I didn't have earlier today. And if this was the only trade I made today, what's $80 times 5? $400, right? So you make a trade like this every day, $400 a week. That's $1,600 a month. That's almost $19,000 for the year of extra income for you. So, don't always try to hit the home run. Just get those base hits. They accumulate, they add up, and before you know it, you're plus $83,000 for the year. So those are the two tickers that I wanted to cover today, guys. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. I'll get back to them. I'm going to start uploading more frequently again. And thanks for watching. Give the video a like and subscribe for more. Thanks, guys.